If I could start over, this would be my game-changing strategy. Picture this, a chance to hit the reset button in your life and your business. What if you could go back in time armed with the knowledge and skills that you have right now? The decisions that you make, the paths that you take, and the insights that could reshape your future. In this eye-opening video, I'm going to be sharing with you what I would do if I was starting from scratch right now. I will talk about the lessons that I learned and the pitfalls that you can actually avoid. And of course, the ultimate roadmap to success, especially if you're young. Hi there, my name is Siddharth Rajshekar, and I want to decode success and help you get on the faster track rather than wasting many years. I've been blessed to be mentored by some of the best in the world. And what I want to share with you here is a compression of my entire 12-15 year journey, which you can do in 3 to 4 years by just following the steps in this particular video. You can choose to either take or leave the suggestions that I'm giving you over here. But if I was starting from scratch, this is what I would do. The first thing that I would do is I would find my core values. There is a test that I took many years ago called the Value Determination Test. If you go to sids.co/values, you'll reach a website that looks like this, where you can actually go through this test, which is designed by Dr. John Demartini. There are 13 questions that if you go through this test, you'll be able to determine the hierarchy of your values, and you'll know what is your area of highest impact in this world. You know, a lot of people are living their life from a day-to-day basis and in autopilot mode without understanding what are their highest values. When I did this test, I was able to clearly see the areas that were pulling my energy down and the areas that were giving me energy to grow. And then I started to consciously stop doing the things that were not in my highest values, and I started to do the things that were in my highest values. And ever since I started to do more of this, my growth in my business and my life started to grow exponentially, and I started to get in a state of flow. So the first thing that I would do is to go through this test, and I would understand what are my current core values, and these values can keep changing over time. So the values that I had 2 or 3 years ago, it has changed right now. And the key is, once you know what your values are, then you can start to allocate your tasks and priorities based on your values. So I would highly recommend that you go to this link, sids.co/values, and go to this test as a starting point. The second step that I would take, if I had to restart again, is I would do another test called the Wealth Dynamics Profile Test by Roger Hamilton. This is a very powerful concept that will help you understand in which area you can actually create wealth. While the value system will be a guiding indicator to what activities will fulfill you, this is going to be a guiding factor on what kind of an activity is going to help you create wealth. If you go to sids.co/WD profile, you will actually come to a page where you'll understand more about what this test is all about. It is a paid test and it is worth going through it. And let me explain to you what that is. As you can see on my screen, there are 8 kinds of profiles. There's a mechanic profile, somebody who's more systems oriented, a creator profile like Richard Branson, a star profile like Oprah Winfrey, a supporter profile like Steve Ballmer, a deal maker like Donald Trump, a trader, we have accumulator Warren Buffett, and Lakshmi Mittal, which is Lord. Yeah, the trader that you see there is George Soros. When I did this test, I came to know that I'm a mechanic profile. That means my highest area of impact in terms of wealth creation is something like Mark Zuckerberg mindset, where you give me something and I'll make it better. So I'm a systems oriented guy. And this has been mapped on a scale of intuitive and grounded and more outgoing and introvertish. So you see there, Blaze are the ones who are more outwardly, Steel are the ones who are more introvert, Dynamo are those who are more intuitive, and Tempo are the ones who are more grounded. So when I did my profiling, I came to know that my primary profile is mechanic, my secondary profile is creator, that means I also like to create things, and my third profile is probably supporter. So when you do this test, you'll come to know which is your area of highest impact. So ever since I did this particular test, I started to spend more time on improving systems on a day-to-day basis continuously, and creating new systems and building it one layer above the next layer above the next layer. Currently, I have over 26,000 people in my community and only have 3 to 4 employees who are working for me at a core level, and I have a few other support staff. And I've been able to scale up business online completely digitally without any office because of implementing the systems mindset that was my core area of impact that I came to know when I did that Wealth Dynamics test. So if I was starting again today, I would go and do the test, and I would go and find out what is my profile of or area of highest impact, and I would do more of that, and of course delegate the rest to others. The third thing that I would do if I had to start off again is I would create my own vision document. I have my own vision document over here, as you can see here, where I've made a list of what exactly I want. It's my vision board, I have my perfect day, I have my personality, and I've actually written a legacy document for myself, and only I read this on a day-to-day basis. Nobody actually reads this. And this is only for me to align myself to my goals and my values. And I've also listed a whole bunch of other stuff like my code of honor and my value system, my identity and vision board, and also things like 21 things I love about myself, 21 reasons my dreams must be a priority, and a whole bunch of affirmations that I've actually customized for the kind of lifestyle that I want to live. I also wrote a detailed 3 to 4 pages document on my perfect day. What would I do when I wake up in the morning until the time that I sleep? And you know what? Every single year I go and refresh this vision document and I tweak it based on what new visions and ideas that I have. So once it's set into this document, it's not set in stone. I keep improving it and changing it every single year, once in a year. So if I was starting off from scratch, I would make sure that based on my values and my wealth dynamics profile, I would actually create a vision that would match that. And I would make a list of all the things that I would want to accomplish in this particular life and go into the detail of this. Like this document took me at least 10 to 15 hours to put together. But now that it is clear, I just need to open it and read it every single day to reinforce the direction in which I want to go. The fourth step, what I would do if I was starting off from scratch, is I would take some of these affirmations that I've actually put in my vision document and I would record those affirmations as a voice audio with my own voice and add some background music to it. In fact, I have a 17-minute audio file of all the affirmations that is in alignment with what I want to live my life. And I've actually put a background music to that particular affirmations audio and I listen to it every single day. Initially, I did it in the morning and in the night for the first 60 to 90 days. And that's one beautiful way to rewire your brain to attracting, the kind of lifestyle that you want. So these first 4 steps are so powerful that those who actually do it, they will be able to manifest anything that they want in their life. Step 1 is know your values. Step 2 is understand your area of wealth creation, where it is. Step 3 is create a detailed vision document. And step 4 is record your affirmations with your own voice with the background music and listen to it every single day. Now we come to step number 5. This is the step where I would choose just one mentor to grow with. I was struggling for a long time online before I found one mentor that I completely surrendered to in the year 2018. This mentor, I made sure that if he would tell me to stand on one leg and send an email, I would just blindly follow that because it was already working for him and I needed to learn the whole aspect of how to build a digital ecosystem from a person who was already getting results. So if you know there's somebody who's getting results and if you're able to match with your mentor's values, and the reason I chose the particular mentor that I was with was because I matched with his value system. Because I was clear on my values, I was able to also find out what were his values and I joined him not just for his results, but for the value system that he had. So when you're choosing a mentor, always choose a mentor based on matching in terms of values, then you'll be able to completely surrender to the process. Otherwise, you just take bits and pieces from here and there and you won't completely take it to the finish line. So step number 5 is pick a mentor that you resonate with and completely surrender to their process for at least 90 days without looking here and there and getting caught in all the shiny object syndrome. Step number 6, if I was starting from scratch, I would build a world-class product. In my case, in 2018 when I started, I did not have a clue on what to do, but thanks to the mentor who came into my life, he gave me a direction on how to build a really good product. And now I've improved the system to such an extent that when people are coming into my system, it is so refined, it's like a conveyor belt. Even if somebody who is not a trainer or a coach or a digital coach, when they go through my process, if they follow the process within the matter of 6 months to 9 months to 1 year, they're able to see revenues and results in their life. And I have hundreds of case studies in my Hall of Fame. If you go and see on my YouTube channel, I've got a lot of case studies because of perfecting the system that I had started with in 2018. And as I'm recording this video, it's over 5 years of me doing this. I was able to improve the system and make it simpler and better and more efficient for my students. So step number 6, if I was starting from scratch, is I would then build world-class products or services in accordance with what I'm learning from my mentor who I'm aligned with in values and who is successful. So if I had to start from scratch again, step number 7 is I would get really good at marketing and sales. Specifically social media marketing, recording videos like this on YouTube and getting good on Instagram and posting 1-minute reels and stuff like that. And improving my skills of video creation is what I would really focus on, along with selling skills. The ability to sell in a one-to-one scenario, through calls, one-to-one calls, and the ability to sell in a one-to-many model through webinars and workshops or even automated sales through videos and funnels. So if I was starting from scratch, I would start building that skill right from day number 1 by recording videos and getting good with content marketing. I can tell you this for sure. For many, many years, I was creating content and videos, but I never really stepped on the pedal of creating more sales. And today I'm able to sell like anything because of the practice that I had. I've done more than 600 to 700 webinars over the last 5 years, selling my own products and facing rejections. Because when you are able to understand that selling equals service, when you understand that people who pay money pay attention, people who pay attention take action, people who take action get results, when you're able to understand that, then for you, you'll understand it's your moral responsibility to have a value exchange for the other person to value what you're giving them and for them to value your information as well. So I would create a product and service, and I would get really good at marketing and sales within the first 1 year. Step number 8, I would then start building communities. Even if I had 1 or 2 or 3 customers, I would start to nurture them and answer their questions and support them and do weekly calls to ensure that they're getting a great customer experience and get feedback from my customers so that I can improve my products to give them a better customer experience. And this is what I've been doing for the last 5 years. So if I was starting from scratch, I would do the same thing, but I would do it at a much faster pace, and I would run more polls and surveys every 1 month, 2 months, 3 months to understand their need and to deliver a better customer experience and to help them get results as fast as they can. Step number 9, if I were going to be starting from scratch, whatever profits that I'm making from my business, I would reinvest those profits back into business in terms of lead generation, to scale the business, to create different kinds of experiences, and to improve the technology and the system of the business rather than going and spending it on all kinds of goodies and gifts and gadgets and stuff like that for my own personal use. Because the big mistake most entrepreneurs make is once they are profitable, they go and start splurging in all the different goodies and toys that they want. But if you're a smart entrepreneur, you'll be frugal and you'll start to put it back into the system and improve the system. And this is what I've been doing for the last 5 years, is whatever profits that I'm making in the business, I put it back into customer experience. I put it into events. I put it into different kinds of technology and tools that can help me scale much faster with less people or human components in the system. And finally, step number 10, if I had to start from scratch again, I would form collaborations and scale further. So as I'm reinvesting in the business and improving the system and giving a good customer experience and get all the different reviews in my product, I would then start to form meaningful collaborations with people who I align with in values. And that's why the values step is a very important step, because even the partners that you choose, the mentors that you choose, the kind of students that you would attract, it will all be based on your own value system. That's why that is the first step that I would recommend for every single one who's starting off on this journey, especially if you're young. So step 10 is where I would actually form collaborations with other people in the similar space, and then I would scale. And this is what I actually did. I formed an alliance called the Digital Masters Alliance with 9 of us digital masters, and we started to do events together. We started to help each other. And of course, we did a round of promotions and we did events together, and now everybody's busy in their own worlds. And now I'm collaborating with my own team members. I'm collaborating with my own students, and many of them are promoting me, and I'm having a revenue share and a commission structure with them, and that is helping me leverage and scale. I also have associations with Success Gyan, with Blair Singer Training Academy, and many of the top influencers in our country. So the best way to scale is to build a great product first, is to create a great customer experience, and as you're having good reviews and you're attracting those customers and as you're building trust, then you can form collaborations and associations with other influencers who match with your values. So this is what I would do. These are my 10 steps if I were starting all again from day number 1. And of course, as far as my lifestyle is concerned, I would keep it simple living, high thinking. I would still be a minimalist. I'll have less clothes for myself, less stuff for myself, live a simple life, and just make sure that my entire focus is on improving myself on a daily basis, learning every single day, spending more time with my family, making sure that my habits are good habits, meaning I would definitely not indulge, just like I don't indulge in drinking, smoking, drugs, partying. None of that stuff is there. Now, how do I enjoy? I enjoy in different ways. I love gaming, spending time with kids. I like to go for movies. I like to, spend more time in spirituality, traveling to different places. Basically, I want to live a more enriched and a quality lifestyle from a personal standpoint that can really fulfill and feed my business as well. So it's not about work-life balance. I don't believe in the word balance. I believe in the word harmony. When there's a harmony between your work and your business and your personal life, then you will be able to live a more fulfilled life. You will not need to chase every single thing that comes your way. You'll be very happy and fulfilled wherever you are, because your entire focus will be on your community and serving your audience and serving your customers every single day. In fact, that's what I do. I don't even look at what my competitors are doing, and I don't even know who's my competition, because I'm so focused on helping my customers, because my customers give me enough feedback for me to do the work to help them have a better customer experience. So if you found this video useful, hit the like button, share your comments below on what you think about this, and make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell for future updates that will be coming your way. Thank you so much. Cheers, God bless, and catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.